Wi-Fi. Yes. Jacob, Aaron, what's going on, brother? What's going on, Jacob? How you doing, man? I'm doing good. Ready to get the stream going, man. What's going on, Mr. Murphy? Jeff, what's up, big dog? C in the house. Hog Snatcher. 446 pack. Morrison Outdoors. What's going on, Doug? Mr. Rodriguez. I can't even say that. Victor. Well, I'm still stuck with Victor. Grath. Jacob. What are we doing tonight? We're just talking, dude. As usual, man. Just hanging out. Doing what we do best. What's up, Cody? Hog Snatcher, Kansas Fishing Outdoors. Josh, what is up? John, Backyard Bass, and thumbs up before you comment, Junkie. What's up, boss and fellow tackle junkies? Going on, Jason, Josh, what's going on? Lee, what is up? McGrath Fishing. I'm fishing and filming for a full-time job. Where is that at? All videos are professionally edited thanks to my sponsor, Follow the Action. Very cool, dude. Keep it up, man. That's right, man. Hit the thumbs up button. What's going on, David? Jacob, how many likes do you have on the same as of right now? Are you talking about on here? I got 10 thumbs up, 45 guys on. What's going on, Jay? Jeff? Mr. Thomas, what's up? Jeff Holland, appreciate it. $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. SNL rocks. You guys rock, dude. Would be no SNL for you guys. Hey, what's up? Love your channel and your videos. Rob from Long Island, New York. What's going on, Rob? Good to have you on, buddy. What brand square bills do you like best? Man, I throw... Where's that one box at? It's be in the boat somewhere. I don't know where it's at. I got one with all sorts of different brands in there. I guess what I throw the most would be Bomber Square A, KVD 1.5. I've been throwing the Excite Baits XB1 pretty often as well, but I throw a bunch of different ones. What's going on, Sean? Michael, hey bud. I just ordered a black and a white Berkeley Chapo 120. Have you tried these like the Whopper Plopper? I haven't tried those. I've only used the Whopper Plopper and that style of bait. What's going on, Chris? Danny, what's up? Mad Matt in the house. What's up, dude? Micah. Hey, how are you doing today, man? Not bad at all. Had a pretty good day at work. Came home, washed the truck, ate some dinner, and I'm talking with you fine people. Jacob, hey, backyard, I have your shirt on, right? Yeah, I did see a picture with Jacob wearing the shirt the other day, dude. Pretty cool, man. What's going on, Drew? I smashed mine in a 13-pound bag today on the top water sunset bite. Very cool, Greg. Nice work, dude. You see Karl won. Yep, I did see that. Pretty cool. I didn't get to watch it or anything, but I did see it. What's going on, Jason? Sean, appreciate $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Victor, appreciate $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway as well. A few people donate, so we're going to go over the giveaway really fast. We got some Biospawn, Biocross. We do have the Exo Stick. We got the Exo Stick. We got some Plasma Tails. We got another pack of Plasma Tails. We got a Jerkbait. We got some Rapid Fishing line clips. Rapid Fishing line guide. And we also have the bait sack. So pretty good giveaway for you guys. It's probably what, 6 by 24, probably 34, 40, about $50 worth of stuff. So if you do donate, you're entered in that little giveaway. Spencer, hitting the water in the morning. I'm hitting the water tomorrow morning as well, dude. Ronnie, appreciate you checking in, buddy. Good to see you, man. Hope all's well. What's going on, Blair? And guys, Backyard Bassin will be live tomorrow night, I believe, on his channel, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Head over there, check him out. Jason, how's the fall fishing up north? About to head to Ohio this week. I'm Midwest, which it ain't fantastic right now. But, I don't know. Maybe another few weeks it'll really pick up. Water temps last week. I was out 3 days last week. And water temps are about the same all 3 days. Anywhere from 79, 81, 82. So. See, John ordered some Biospawn worms last week. Can't wait to use them. Yeah, I'm still waiting to get my order in. They are a very cool worm, though. I responded to the winner of the Excel ribbon. Still haven't heard from him, so I'll give him a couple days. I don't hear from him. We'll pick a new winner. What's going on, Chris? Good evening to Backyard Bass. Can't wait till tomorrow night. For sure, he puts on a good show. What's going on, John? Colt, appreciate it, Buck Buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Do you jig fish, and what is your favorite jig to fish? I'm not a huge jig fisherman. I mean, I throw a swim jig a lot, but as far as dragging a jig on the bottom, I don't do that often just because it's a pretty, it's a mud bottom, muddy water lake. Again, I don't like to disturb the bottom if I don't have to, so I don't fish a whole lot on the bottom. I do not kayak fish. No, sir. Preston, I haven't gone fishing in forever. I've almost forgotten how to. Dude, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. You better hit the water tonight. Sean Murphy, I caught them good today through the jackhammer first time. Did you catch them all on the jackhammer, Sean? That's pretty cool, dude. I need to get me those Biospawn ribbon tails ASAP. I tell you what, you can use my code. I'm not sure if they're even in stock yet at Biospawn, but you can use my code TJ81, 20% off, or you can go right to Karl's. Should be a link in the description as well. Sign up for Karl's Club, free 30-day trial, and you can get each pack for like $4. So it's a pretty good deal over there at Karl's as well. Jacob's hitting the water next weekend. I'll be hitting the water. Well, I'll be hitting the water probably Monday, Thursday, and Friday this week. But next Monday, I'm supposed to be hitting the water with Backyard Bassin, Aaron, and old Mr. Wada Fishing. Old Jeff says, I am ready for the TK81 Fall Fishing Breakdown. Oh, TJ81 Fall Fishing Breakdown. Let us know your secrets. I tell you what, dude, as soon as I start really catching them good, I'll let you guys know my secrets. But as of right now, I'm not keeping anything from you, man. I've had some pretty good days on the water, pretty decent. The video going up Tuesday, it's not a great fishing video, but there's some fish caught in it. But I'll have some better ones. I got 3 other fishing videos that the old hook and sinker needs to edit for me as soon as that's done. So there'll be a few more good fishing videos coming up for you guys. I'm heading out again 3 days this week, so hopefully I get some more footage for you. I'm trying to get out as much as possible just because you never know when winter's going to be here, because in the Midwest, you got summer one day, it's snowing the next, you know, so I'm trying to get as many videos stacked up as possible. What's going on, Mike? Tim, what's up, buddy? Ranger 374. Love fall fishing. I just love catching fish, dude. I don't care if it's in the fall or spring or whenever, dude. To be honest, fall has really never been that great, at least for me here on the lakes that I fish. I probably do best in the spring, or I'd say late summer, but when it gets actually fall time fishing here, I'd say the next few weeks, I just never done really that great in fall. But hopefully things change this year, you know. Greg says, Picasso tungsten shock blade, getting it done for me recently. I like that bait better than the Z-Man Chatterbait. That's definitely a winner. Dude, you should check out the new Chatterbait coming out from Picasso really soon, designed by Aaron Martins. It looks pretty killer. I did put a couple pictures up on my Instagram and Facebook. Check those out. Oh, Blair says, what's your favorite fall lure that you have the most confidence in other than a square bill? Other than a square bill, spinnerbait. You know, they're on shad. You got shad in your lakes. It's hard to beat a spinnerbait. Chris, what's up, bud? Got a big bass tournament up in northern Michigan this week. Chasing big smallies, leaving Wednesday for the week. Dude, that's going to be awesome. Have fun, be safe. Nothing like a few days on the water. Let's see here. Backyard Bassin. I hope you are ready for next week. Free lunch day. For sure, dude. I'm always ready, man, when old Watts is buying lunch, man. I can't wait. Hopefully we're going to like an all-you-can-eat place. I guess it doesn't even have to be all-you-can-eat. Mike's buying, so I'm going to eat all I can eat anyways, you know. Josh, hey, the bass fishing just started getting a lot better here in Indiana of northern Indiana. Not sure how things are going around the rest of the United States, though. And not fantastic here yet. Water temps are still upper 70s, low 80s, but it'll get there. Bill, appreciate the $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Go over it one more time. I think there's one more here, actually. Doug, appreciate the $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway as well. How much closer are you to the new microphone for the wife? I haven't actually added it up. I'm just probably going to order it next month. How that works too, guys, you know, let's just say I make $100 on these giveaways here. YouTube takes like 30 or like 40% of that money. And then you got to think too, I got to ship out a bunch of stuff. So if there's $100 donated, I may only see 30 or 40 bucks of that. So it's going to take a while to get up to a $400 mic. But again, I got probably enough to put a good chunk down on it. So I'll probably go ahead and order it, put that money down on it, and then I'll just pay the rest off. So, but yeah, we'll get her here soon. I mean, I guess I didn't rush out and get it just because the old hook and sinker's back in school. We're not really fishing together at the moment, but no doubt I'll have it ready for her come spring. But yeah, Doug, you're interested in the giveaway, and we do have the Microcross Exo sticks, 2 packs of plasma tails. We got line guides and line clips from Rapid, jerk bait, and a bait sack. So about a $50 or so giveaway for you guys. Okay, Jason, you should try some kayak fishing. It's a whole different experience. Yeah, I've been in a kayak a few times down in Branson, just doing little, you know, kayak trips and all that. It's fun being in a kayak and, of course, you know, paddling around the lake and all that. But actually fishing from one, I'm not really for sure that is for me. I mean, I might try it one day. But as far as like a small craft, I want to get one of those Pelican, I think they're called like Bass Raiders. I think actually it's what Bass Geek has been putting together. That's what I want to get for next spring for the ponds. So hopefully you see me in that here really soon. Preston, have a 2-year-old and stuff, dude. I've been there, man. It is tough. So I feel for you. Sean, all of them came on the jackhammer, but 2 on the underspin. That's cool, dude. Glad you're liking it. Yeah, I got a video coming out on Tuesday of my thoughts on the jackhammer. I mean, if there's more fishing in it besides just talking on the jackhammer. But I made that video like the day before the last stream. I think I told you this actually earlier. So that's just kind of going over what we already talked about in my stream before. So Michael Lopez, what's going on, dude? Just fishing. What do you prefer, chatterbait or swim jig? This really depends, to be honest. If I'm around a lot of grass, I actually prefer a swim jig over a chatterbait. I know a lot of guys like chatterbaits in the grass. I like the swim jig better. But it just really depends, you know. Sometimes I feel the chatterbait actually spooks the fish, you know, so then I go for the swim jig. It just depends if I'm looking for the flash, the vibration, or more of a subtle presentation with the swim jig. So again, I just play around with it. Let the fish tell me what they want. But I throw a swim jig pretty often. I probably throw a swim jig more than the chatterbait. But in the muddy water, you know, early spring, I mean, really, I throw a chatterbait all year. But early spring, in fall, it really is tough to beat a chatterbait. But a swim jig definitely catches them, man. Bass Bank Robbers checking in. Great vids. What's going on, dude? How you been, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Cast Addict Fishing. Yeah, there's none in my local tackle shops. Bummer. 9:30 coming up soon, and ready to see a great video from that day. 9:30. 9:30. Oh yeah, with myself and Greg, Aaron, Mike. So I guess I better be recording that day, huh? I just hate wearing it when I'm on somebody else's boat. I just hate wearing the chesty. You know, that thing always messes up my hook sets. Anytime I'm gonna set the hook, I feel like I'm gonna smash the camera. So it's like I start and I stop right here. So I feel like I never hooked a fish when I'm wearing a chesty. So they're just not that comfortable to wear. And I would get a hat cam, but then I'm always afraid, like, is it on? I'm going to be taking my hat off, like, all day, making sure the camera's on. So that's not for me either. I just kind of like being on my boat, set my clamp mount up, setting up my yellow stick, and then I don't actually have to wear the camera. But I guess I'll be wearing one on the 30th. I'm 1/8 ounce double buzz junior finally. Do you use a trailer on them? You can put a little buzz frog on there, or you can just run them with the skirt. But I tell you what, man, that's only an 1/8 ounce, but you can launch that little buzz bait. It really is killer, dude. Yeah, the little small, what's it called? It's a ribbit frog. I forget what size it is, but it's the real small one you can put on there, or like so you can just run the skirt. But you don't even need the weight of that frog, dude. Even if it's at an 1/8 ounce, you can launch that little buzzbait. Try some type of jerk baits. This phone that what? Try some type of jerk bait. This phone. That's what I'm going to try. This phone. You mean this weekend you're gonna try it? I'm not a big jerk bait guy just because our water clarity is so muddy, you know. But it's not too bad in the fall. But I don't have a whole lot of confidence in the old jerk bait. Morrison Outdoors caught 4 this morning, 3 on a frog and 1 on the trick worm. Here in LA, water temps are in the 80s, ready for fall temps. For sure, dude. Good day, though, or good morning. What's going on, Bill? What's going on, Sean? Go Chiefs. I don't really watch any sports, but go Chiefs. Jason, crappie. Oh, crappie? Crappie weekend to fish. Have no idea what the fish were up to, but not biting was one of them. Yeah, I've been there, dude. I've been there, man. Oh, man, show's over. Wadded Fishing's in the house. What up, jokers? I hope you and Greg are saving up for your lunch money. Hey, I bought last time out of the kindness of my heart, goodness of my heart. I didn't have to buy, so if we lose, Greg's buying. But for I don't know some odd reason, I don't have the feeling, Mike, that we're gonna lose. You know, I do really well with lipless cranks in the fall. Yeah, lipless, go ahead catch them. Cover a lot of water with a lipless. See, what is your favorite fluorocarbon? Invis-X, Seaguard Invis-X. For sure, been using that. I don't know, 12, 15 years. Who knows? A long time. What's a good spinning reel to pick up that you use? See here. I believe it's the Carbon X I've been using PC Fun. Really like that one. The Akuma Inspira. Been using that one. The Akuma SX spinning reel is money. Really love that one as well. Sahara, Shimano Sahara. Been using that one for many years. That's a good one as well. That one probably, the ones that I've used, that one's probably the cheapest. I think it could be around 70, 80 bucks. I think the Carbon X is right around 100. The SX could be right around, I don't know, 130, something like that. Inspire could be right around 100. But the Sahara for like 70, 80 bucks, it's a solid reel for sure. The trash talking has begun. Oh yeah, I bet the day of, dude, it's gonna get pretty good, I'm sure. Kevin, what's going on, dude? Finally, you made it. Good to have you on, man. Ismail, what's up? What's happening, everybody? God bless the Tackle Junkie. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys are awesome. Fishing out here in Northern California is on fire right now. The bass are in their fall pattern of chasing shad. Find the shad and you catch a ton of fish, my boy. And I caught about 40 fish today. Dude, that is awesome. It would take me like 2 weeks to catch 40 fish. That's awesome, dude. How's that Shimano SLX been working out? Have you been using it lately? Yeah, I use it pretty much every time I go out. And I'll probably redo. I'm thinking I'm going to review. I just did a review on the BB1 Pro. I'm probably going to review the Pro TI because I already have in mind what I'm going to say about that one as far as just because, I've been using that one a lot. Solid reel. I don't foresee myself having any issues with that one as well. That's kind of why I did the BB1 Pro. I haven't used it a full season. But like I said in that video, I don't foresee myself having any issues at all. Same with Pro TI. I mean, that's a solid reel. So I'm going to do that one next. Then I'll probably do the Corrado DC. Then I'll probably do the SLX. But so far, man, all the reels I've been using are solid. Tatula 100's killer. Even the Fuego's pretty good as well. So all the reels that I bought and tried out for you guys to do reviews on, all solid reels so far. On top water, Josh. Very cool. Aaron says he can eat a lot. So save your money, backyard and TJ. Hey, man, I got a free lunch either way. I already bought my lunch last time, so this one's on Greg. Let's see here. Erie at 75, still very slow, and Bay for both largemouth and smallies. Oh, wildly fishing. You better save that giveaway. You might need it for next Monday. I don't know, dude. I mean, I've only fished that lake one time. You fished it, I mean, pretty much your whole life. I whipped you, no problem. So I think Aaron is really the only one we got to worry about. But I'm going to be with Greg. He knows the lake really well. So I don't know, dude. I think really, I mean, I think it's going to be a pretty easy day. I don't know. That's kind of my thought on it, you know. I'm a big kayak fisher. Check my channel out. JWC Outdoors. Get a whaley boat. What's a whaley boat? Wally boat? Whaley boat? Never heard of that. Well, Wanted Fishing says they can take us. What do you think about that, Greg? So they got this. X and J. Hey, those Exo swim baits are awesome. Caught a few this weekend on them. Awesome, dude. Very cool. I believe that was last week's giveaway winner right there. Dude, those line clips are the absolute best product in the world. They are, dude. They come in pretty handy, man. Then when just tuning in, the giveaway, bait sack, line clips, line guide, a couple packs of plasma tails. We got the Exo stick, Vile Crawl, and a jerk bait. So about a $50 value there. Anyone that donates is entered in that little giveaway. Remember though, guys, when the video is processed, you have to look back in the comments so I can reply back to you. And because I'll have a comment there, reply back to me, I'll reply back to you to be able to get your info. Well, Backyard says, let me know and I can bring my little Bass Hunter boat up. I have the same one Basky cast and it fits. Okay, cool. Very cool, dude. Just picked up the Fuego 100 HS. Came with evergreen shallow crank. 150 yards spool of Daiwa braid. $79. Dude, that's a killer deal, man. That's awesome, dude. I believe that retails around $100. And you got a line and a crankbait. So you did pretty good, man, for sure. That's how a jerkbait is. It's how you were talking about the chatterbait. You don't have to wear the chesty cam on my boat. There's plenty of room. Then we got to set up a tripod and all that, dude, and strap it down. Or do you have a port for the yellow stick? That would be cool. I just ordered Gambler swim baits. Are they good? Yeah, I use Gambler. I don't use them a ton, but I've used them. Pretty solid. They make pretty good baits. I like their craws. I tell you, one of my favorite baits from Gambler would be the BB Cricket. A little small crawl, but man, it's killer on a little shaky head. Even just Texas rigged and pitched in the cover and all that, it's a killer little bait. You live in Florida, you can throw anything, anytime, bro. Thanks for teaching me more about fishing, no problem. Appreciate you tuning in. Very true. Fall really doesn't exist. Yeah, no kidding, dude. In the Midwest, it really does not exist. Kind of like spring. We don't really have a spring. We go from winter to summer, back into winter. Just bought a loose custom pro spinning reel. Really like it. That's cool. Yeah, I really like that casting reel too. Block tackle. Thanks. Appreciate it. Block tackle. Luke, appreciate the buck, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. What's going on, Elijah? Those bait sacks are sweet. Would save me 12 minutes every time I put rods out. Yeah, dude. I like them. Great for the old crankbaits, but you can really put anything in there, man. Finally able to watch a live stream. Colt, appreciate you tuning in, man. See here. Great Troop. What's up, dude? Catching bass with every cast. What's a new bait that is good for fall? New bait. I've been kind of playing around with the scrounger head quite a bit. If you haven't played around with that one, check that one out. Flukes, spinnerbaits, chatterbaits, crankbaits. I mean, there's a ton of great fall fishing baits out there. Hard to beat the old square bill, though, man. That's one of my go-tos. Let's see here. Hello, Junkie. How's it going from South Florida? Not going too bad, man. Can't complain. Appreciate you tuning in. Backyard bass. What kind of port do you need for the yellow stick? I thought Mike's just sat on the floor. Mike might have used his box. That's why actually I have my phone in right now. It's a little Yellowtech box. But the light that your, or the port that your running lights go in, if yours work on your boat, we can just put the yellow sticks right in those lights. And that'll just power it all day long. That's what I do. I put one either in front or back of my boat. And like I said, the boat powers that one. And then I'll run a clamp mount on my dash, and I'll plug that one in a cigarette lighter. So I don't even have to mess with batteries all day long. Those two cameras will run, all day. Russ, how are you doing right now? The bite is terrible here in Iowa. I did catch a wiper, though. Thought I had snagged a carp. It ain't fantastic. I mean, it's picking up, but it's not fantastic for sure. But really, fishing is never really ever fantastic here. So take that how you will. Jacobs, up TJ, just got back from salmon fishing, South Salmon Run. Got 8 of them, as the bass fishing is bad in Ontario right now, but the muskie are hot. Very cool, dude. I love catching a big old muskie. Greg, you need to take me to Kincaid and get me on big old muskie. But hey, salmon, dude, that's awesome. Ever use the real 3D swim baits? Real 3D swim baits. I don't believe so. Can't say that I have. Well, Jeff's heading to Lake Cherokee again in April. I have some room if you can make it down. Dude, I'd love to, man. As usual, don't count on me. I'm sure I can't get off work. I do appreciate the invite. But if I can ever get away, dude, I'll be hitting you up, sure, man. Trying to figure out fall patterns here in upstate New York. I never fished New York, bud, so I couldn't tell you. I do know the lakes that I fish, they basically fish like no other lakes out there. So I feel what works on these lakes is not going to work anywhere else. I don't know what it is about these couple lakes, man. They're just, especially this one lake that I fish. I tell you, it's a job to figure out. Jason, ATJ81, I just picked up a few of those bull shads. Have you used any yet, and how do you like them? They look good, but haven't taken them out. Yeah, I got videos fishing with them. They're awesome, dude. Love them. It's pretty cool, too. I mean, Mike's got that bait just tuned perfect. Because I was out there with Phantom, and we caught some pretty good fish on them. Again, I got videos. And but you can burn that thing, I mean, as fast as you can reel it. I mean, I think Phantom was using like a 7 or 8 speed reel. Reeling that as fast as he could reel it, and that thing would not kick out. It came in there as true as could be. I mean, it's definitely a well-built swim bait. You'll dig them, dude. Good as of yesterday. That fish was pretty good. Cool. 500. Do I throw the 500s? I have some Lucky Crafts. I'm not sure if they're the 500 or not. I would say that I have. I probably use. I like the Mega Bass ones, to be honest. What else do I use? Probably the Spro Aruku shad. I use that one a lot. Striking Red Eye shad. I use that one a lot. Yeah, those are probably my go-tos. I'm sure I've used the LV500 though. What was the weight of that fish? Oh, the one from that little clip. I think it was 332, maybe something like that. What's going on, Jay Basson? Appreciate the $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Great info. Appreciate it. Okay, I have one in the back or front. I'm sure both of us can fish off the front with no problem. That works because we can just put the camera in the back. That works, dude. I got a remote, so we can just control it from up front. It won't be in the way. And we can put a whooping on old Mike and Aaron, dude, and get that free lunch. How do you organize your soft plastics when you are bank fishing at the ponds? Really, to be honest, dude, there's really no organization for me. Soft plastics, pond. I tell you what, if you look at my picture on Instagram and Facebook, there's really no organization at all on my boat with soft plastic at the moment either. When my boat got rained on pretty hard a few months ago, when I took everything out, it's like I didn't really bother organizing. I put it back in. I just started throwing stuff in the boat. But as far as bank fishing goes, you guys seen the PC Bum bag that I'm using. Up top, I just kind of throw some soft plastics in there. What I might think might work that day or whatever, So really no organization. I just throw some crawls in there, swim baits, grubs, whatever. And, you know, I just kind of go through when I get to the ponds. But I think I'm going to go with next year. I ordered like a dozen. I think they're over there in that box. I ordered like a dozen of the KVD speed bags. I'm going to try and do something different with those next year. Of course, we'll do a video on it. But block tackle, I've been doing a lot of fishing from my couch. Not much luck. In what conditions would you throw a swim jig versus the chatterbait? We kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, Russ. I like a swim jig. Put it this way, a swim jig is basically a spinnerbait without the flash. So if you don't want the flash or the fish don't want the flash, throw the swim jig over the spinnerbait. As far as chatterbait goes, sometimes I feel that the chatterbait can maybe spook the fish. So again, if you want something a little more subtle that you can cover a lot of water with, you don't want the flash or the vibration, that's when I go to the swim jig. I like the swim jig coming through grass, and a lot of guys do like the chatterbait in the grass. I prefer the swim jig. That's kind of when I would pick one over the other. I got a pretty good video on the Mystery Tackle Box channel of how to fish a swim jig. If you guys want to check that video out, head over there, check it out. We can go muskie fishing. Just bring a tarp for those slimy critters. See, Brendan. Hey, if you get a chance, all these messages. If you get a chance, you should come to Missouri and fish Table Rock. The big smallers are biting really good. Hey, dude, I was just at Table Rock for vacation. It's like 4 hours from me. We go to Branson every year, so we were hanging out on Table Rock, doing jet skis and renting boats and things like that. But I've never fished it. I'm on it usually every year for the last few years. Again, haven't fished it yet, but it would be cool to throw a line in there. I'll have to do that one time. My thought is, you know, I fish so much here, but I'm on vacation with the family. I figured if I fish there too, I could make everybody mad. So I kind of leave the fishing rods at home when we're on vacation. That lake's so dang big though, dude. I wouldn't even know where to start. Josh, you know, if you want a big muskie, you should go to Indiana. Here up by me. I can't go out bass fishing without catching at least one muskie when me and my buddy go, and usually it's there 3 or 4. No kidding, dude. Dude, that'd be awesome, man. Definitely, if I was not into bass fishing, I would be muskie fishing. Yeah, there's Mike saying that's what he was using, the Yellowtech battery. Power stick, yep. Chris, been thinking of trying the Picasso Sujin scrounger heads. What's the best size to use? Okay, with that head, really this goes to chatterbaits as well. You can't really shy away from the weight, especially with the Sujin, because put it this way, let's say you only want to throw like a 3/16 or a quarter. You cannot put a 4 or 5 inch fluke on that bait. Okay, the head weight and really the mass or the size of the trailer, they need to match up somewhat. So if you put a little 5 inch fluke on the back of a 3/16 ounce scrounger head, it's not going to vibrate at all. That's too much plastic for that little blade to move. We'll just call it a blade. But yeah, it ain't going to work. So you really have to match the head weight to the size trailer. So a little 3/16 and a quarter, you got to use a little 2-3 inch bait on there. And if you want to throw like a 5 inch fluke, you need to use like a 1/2 ounce head on there. Again, you got to have enough weight to be able to handle that trailer to make it vibrate. If not, again, it's just going to roll. You'll get 0 vibration out of it. So yeah, you really got to match the two. But so you'd be all right probably going with like a 3/8 to a 1/2 is what I would suggest. And don't think that it's going to, you know, fall too fast and all that on you. You know, it is a heavier weight than I normally throw as well. But again, you're reeling in the vibration. It does keep it up. So Sean, do you change out the hooks on your cranks, or do you upgrade the split rings as well? I finally started upgrading all my baits. I can't say I swap out split rings really on any of my cranks. They all come with pretty solid hardware. Hooks is another thing. But the only time that I really swap out split rings, like on the bomber. Do I have a bomber in here? I don't think I do. Wait, I think I do. All right, the bomber here. This bomber A, square A here, this comes with size 3 split rings and I believe it's a size 8 long shank round bin. I wanted size 6s on here. Okay, and these are short shanks. Okay, and the only way these wouldn't tangle was to downsize my split ring. So on this particular bait, I put on a number 2 split ring. And that got me to be able to upsize my hook without tangling. So if I would have kept the 3s on there, these 6s, even though they're short shanks, would still tangle. So really that's the only time that I swapped out my split rings, you know, all the KVD 1.5s, the bandits, I mean, everything else that I'm throwing, the Spros, I mean, all the split rings are pretty solid. Mainly I just swap out the hooks because I like that triple grip, must have triple grip there. Hook point stepped in a little more weedless. Again, I like it, you know, closer to the body there, keeping it more weedless. But for the most part, I really don't swap out split rings unless I need to fit a hook. But as far as hooks go, you know, size 6, size 4 is what I use the most. Mustad short shanks for all my diving type crankbaits. 3 pounds ain't a bad bass, especially from where I'm at. Yeah, dude, it was a solid fish, for sure. I'm not complaining. Got somebody Biospawn lures I used your discount. Got somebody. Oh, you got somebody some Biospawn lures I used your discount. Very cool. Yeah, I don't make anything off that code. That code is for you guys. It is 20% off of Biospawn. Again, you guys go to Karl's and sign up for Karl's Club. Save a few bucks there as well. Junkie, I have a guy here in Florida who makes custom 1.5, 2.5 square bills. They are great. It's Gill Reaper Lures. Look him up. He will make anything you want. Okay, cool. I'll check him out. Gill Reaper Lures. What is your favorite fall square bill color? You know, it's always going to be a shad type color. KVD 1.5, gizzard shad, something like that. You know, a sexy shad type color, like the Spro. You know, something with white in it. But to be honest, I do really well with a crawfish type color in the fall as well. And, you know, like I said, I've been going a few days a week for the last few weeks. And it's just funny that, you know, one day I'll catch them on the shad. The next day I can't catch them on shad, but they all hit the crawfish. And then just vice versa. It's been doing that like the last couple of weeks. Every time I go, it's like the one color only works the one time. It does not work the next day, but then it works the next day. So I just kind of play around mainly with red craw colors and shad. Usually I go for the shad color, and especially in the fall because they're on shad. You see shad all over the lakes right now. But again, even though shad are up shallow, there's shad right in front of me. I can throw that crawfish color sometimes and get bit just as good. So fall fluke color, that's easy. White pearl. You need to go fish with Fluke Master again. I'm sure he'll make his way up here again. I'm sure we'll do something. Go on, Jake. Appreciate the buck, bud. You're entered in the giveaway. We'll go over the giveaway one more time here. We got some bile craws. We got some exo sticks. We got plasma tails. We got more plasma tails. We got some line guides here from Rapid. Some line clips. We got a jerkbait. And we got the bait sack. If you donate any amount, you are entered in that giveaway. Doug, what's your thoughts on wake baits and where to throw them? I'd say normally I throw those in spring, possibly around spawning areas and things like that. I'm sure they're going to work good in the fall. I don't toss them that much in fall. Mainly spring is when I throw those. Bluegill colors, chartreuse blackback, things like that. Just because I fish dirtier water. I would say mainly I throw them in spring and probably bluegill colors the most. Again, just looking for bed fish. You know, if you're in really shallow water, which I usually am, it's muddy water. That's right over the top of them. That's a good way to find some fish. The old THKO wake bait. I got plenty of videos with that bait catch fish. What's going on, Jake? I caught a 7.6 tonight. I'll send you a pic on Instagram. 7.6. What's a lobe? I caught a 7.6. Is that a fish? I caught a 7.6 lobe. We'll just say it's a bass. Largemouth bass. You suck, dude. What's up, man? Holy, enjoy your content. Thanks for keeping me entertained before work. No problem, dude. Appreciate you tuning in, man. What's the best soft plastic for fall fishing? I mean, you can still catch them with creature baits and things like that. But I would say in the fall, I probably use Probably a fluke, probably the most. Again, I'll put that weightless by itself, a double fluke rig, or on a scrounger head. Cover a lot of water that way. Josh, you ever tried just upgrading your back hook to a bigger hook that will achieve mostly the same purpose and also changes the action just a little bit by bringing the rear end down just a little bit? I've never done that, no. Never put a bigger hook on the back. Something I might try, though. Appreciate the tip. Hope I didn't miss it, but do you have any tips for the lowly park fisherman? Talking line, or talking like small pond stuff, fall fishing. I mean, dude, spinnerbait, man, be the way to go. I mean, there's not really a time that I can hit the ponds and not catch them with a spinnerbait. Pond fishing, spinnerbait, Cinco, I think it'd be good to go. What's going on, Gary? I bought a roll of the 15-pound Mustang Thor Mono fishing line today. I'm going to be using it for tying leaders. It was a large roll for under $4. Have you ever used it? If so, any good? I've never used it, dude. You said that was Mustang Thor Mono. No, I've never used it. The mono I use, what is Suffolk Siege? I use CR Senshi, which is discontinued. Those are the main two I use. Bass Pro Mexican mono as well. Trialing. So plenty of good monos out there. But I'll have to check out that Thor mono. $4, pretty good deal. See, ASAP Fishing, what's up? Sean, I think the only time you might need to upgrade split rings is when you have a chance to catch a larger fish. I've had 7-pound plus fish open up split rings and straighten hooks. Yeah, that might be a good time to upgrade if you're around big fish. I normally don't have that problem. But I mean, cranking, I really don't have my drag set that tight where I think even if I had a 7-pounder on, that I have any problem at all. I mean, heck, the one actually on the bomber square with that bait at, I guess it's hanging up there, where I feel my PB came on, or I feel it was a 7-pounder, put it that way. You guys seen the video, you guys know that was 7-pounder. But it came on bomber square A, size 2 split ring, size 6 hooks. And again, set your drag right, there should be no reason at all that you'll straighten out hooks or split rings. But if you're around big fish all the time, it would definitely be a good idea to upgrade those. But like I said, I don't have that problem. I was putting new plants in my pond today and seeing a bunch of crawfish already turning bright in color. No kidding. Red craw, dude. How was the hook and sinker doing tonight? I'm assuming she's doing good. Hook and sinker, you watching this? How are you doing? She made a great dinner. Tacos, fajitas. Has most lakes turned over yet, or is it still a few? Yeah, it's still a little ways away. Got plenty of time for that still. My wife has a video on the turnover. Old hook and sinker, if you're watching this, that was a great video you did. If you can link that down below, that would be awesome. That could be one of her first videos that she did on the channel, and that really was a great video. When you're fishing topwater, how do you decide when you use a popper, walking bait, plopper, or anything else? Caught a 5-pound 10 ounce last week on whopper plopper. Next night, they wouldn't touch it. That's a great question. If I'm fishing like isolated cover, things like that, I'll throw a popper. But I probably throw, what's it called? The Pop Max Mega Bass. I probably throw that the most for a topwater popper walking bait, because you can pop it and it walks really well as well. If you want to cover a lot of water, you can walk it. If you're fishing isolated stumps or grass, whatever, you can throw the popper. But you can pop it there, like I said, as well. But it walks and pops really well. Buzzbait, I usually throw in the fall and the spring, just when I feel the fish are in a chasing mood. So I usually don't throw a buzzbait like in the heat of the summer. I feel I do better with them when the water temps are down. Fish are wanting to chase and all that, so that's when I throw more of a real active type topwater bait. Hopefully that answers your question. Houdini is a great fluke color to mimic bluegills. That is a good color. See here, I don't want to say your name wrong. Geomar. I don't want to say your name wrong, but I do appreciate the buck, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Gary, appreciate the buck, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway as well. Yeah, I meant largemouth bass, and I caught it on a black and blue chatterbait. 7-pounder, dude. That is awesome, man. On the old chatter. Justin, TJ, have you had a chance to fish the Mega Bass Mag Draft Freestyle yet? I have not, bud. If so, what are your thoughts? You haven't fished it yet? That's one I need to check out. Mad Matt ordered some 10,000 fish swim baits, look killer. How would you fish them? Small Picasso jig head. Yeah, probably underspin, something like that, Matt. Underspin, or even one of the ball heads. I'd put it on, something like that. Maybe even a trailer, maybe even a spinnerbait trailer. I would have to get it in hand. I don't have any yet and play around with it. But I would think it probably would shine the best on a little ball head or, underspin, something like that is my first thought. We're talking about the chatterbait versus the swim jig versus spinnerbait. And to be honest with you, I pretty much cut the spinnerbait out. Chatterbait on the front of the boat, swinging, or swim jig on the back. Dude, I can never cut out the spinnerbait, dude. I catch quite a few fish on the spinnerbait. I feel there's a time and place for them all, to be honest. But whatever works for you, man. What's going on, Victor? Yeah, we got 86 people on and only 42 thumbs up. If you guys could bump that number up, that would be awesome. Let's see here. Do you ever change your front hooks to red hook? Yeah, I do that once in a while. For sure. I'm not sure. I'm not really saying that they target the red, but in a way that I am. Like, I don't feel that maybe the red gets me any more bites, but it gives them something to hone in on. I guess you could say that. Maybe if they're always hitting that back hook, I feel maybe putting the red hook up front, maybe they could target that and stop short striking the crankbaits, but I really don't feel that the red hook gets you any more bites. You're trying to, again, I guess you're just giving them a spot to hone in on. Again, I don't feel that the red hook is getting me extra bites. Hopefully that makes sense to you. There's the turnover video. Check that out. I bought it at Walmart, 600 yards, used $4 or under $4. So if it's good, then that is a good price. 430, 600 yards, $4 is a killer deal. Old hook and sinker dropping some science. Thank you for helping us learn. Additional turnover video right there, since you got two of them for you. Yep, the old hook and sinker in the house. I wonder if chartreuse colored hooks would be good. If, like Mike and Ellie is watching, he's all over this idea because the next big deal for VMC. Hey, yeah, that dude comes out with so many rigs. There's no way I can remember all these rigs that he does. Chicken rig and spaghetti rig and I don't know, everything that he's doing. I guess they're working for him. I don't know. I would like to know with all these different rigs, though. I can see, a difference from, a shaky head to a Nico rig to a drop shot to a wacky rig. Those all have pretty different action, different look to them and all that. But all these other rigs, I'm not really sure is that minute of look to it and presentation and all that really going to make that big a difference? Would they hit that over a shaky head? I don't know. There's so many rigs now these days. It's like, I don't know about all that. Wind conditions have a lot to do with top water and what bait to use. For sure, BT, that's great. For sure. Calm conditions, I would throw a popper. A little chop on the surface, you go walking bait. The more chop, that's when I would throw a buzz bait or the whopper plopper. Good point, dude. I forgot that. I caught my PB on a popping frog in spring. Very cool. How big was it, Ed? Sean, I caught a 7.6 pound fish. They took drag and luckily had both trebles in its mouth, opened one split ring, and partially straightened both hooks. Dang, dude. 7.6, man, that's a beast. No problem, Danny. Great. Berkeley has a bait similar to the shower blows. It's walking plug with a cup mouth, walks like a spook and spits like a popper. Got a 3.25 on it tonight. Oh, that's cool, dude. 3 1/4, not bad at all, man. So it's by Berkeley. I tell you what, Berkeley's coming out with quite a few baits. I really only have a couple of the Berkeley crankbaits. So I have to check out some of their stuff too. All right, just checked out the Swim Jig video. Answered a lot of my questions. It seems like you use a stiffer rod than you use for spinnerbaits and chatterbaits. I do. It also depends on the swim jig. Some swim jigs have a pretty beefy hook. It depends if you're around grass and things like that. But I like a heavy power with a softer tip to it. For spinnerbaits, I'm usually using a medium heavy. Mez Rebel, what's up, dude? Danny, appreciate the $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Go over it again one more time. We got some Exo sticks, vinyl craws, 2 packs of plasma tails here. We got line guides. We got line clips. We got a jerk bait. And we have the bait sack. So about a $50 value or so. I caught a 15-pound log. I thought I had a big pike, but nope, it was a juicy log. Plus there was a group of people staring at me thinking I hooked the big one. Yep, it was a great day. That's great, dude. I tell you what, I don't know if all Wide Fishing's on here, but he fought a rock for a while, I believe. So you're not alone, dude. Jake, how long am I planning to stay on? As long as comments are rolling in, dude. We've been on here for 2 hours, you know. Once I get caught up in comments, if nothing's coming through, we'll go ahead and get off. So there's no time limit on this, man. We're just hanging out and talking. Sean, those 10,000 fish swim baits look real good. I think the design with the shimmer it gives off, you don't have to use a underspin. At least that's my understanding from the reason I did on. Yeah, that's good. That's a good point, dude. That's a good point. For sure. But hey, can you really ever have too much flash? On my mud holes, you can't. Tactical Bassin talked about the red hooks, and they said the same thing. The red hook doesn't get you more bites, but 90% of the time, the fish will have the red hook. There you go. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what, if Tactical Bassin said it, man, I must know something, dude. Let's see here. I just put a new MJ rig up. I think I've seen that. I didn't click on it, but I'll have to figure out what that is. MJ. Is that like Michael Jordan rig? Bass Amateur, what's going on, dude? Just have to do what you are comfortable with. Don't worry about the trends. Red hooks mimic blood and a gill flare. Hey, appreciate $2, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Great content. Appreciate you tuning in, man. See here, Bass Amateur. I caught my PB 764 with a $2 crankbait from Tractor Supply. Go figure. That's right, dude. Maybe you hit him on the head, man. Doesn't matter though. You caught it. Very cool, dude. And really, price you can't even go by the price, dude. I think some of my. I mean, I got $20 square bills, and my go-to square bill is still probably the Bomber Square A, which is $4. You get them on sale during Tackle Warehouse sales and all that. So free something for the crankbait. But this bait right here, dude, it's got a one-knocker rattle to it. I mean, this bait is responsible for really pretty much all my big fish. So, yeah, can't really go by the price. If it catches them, it catches them, dude. TJ, have you tried out any large, low-profile bait casters, 200 or 300 size, looking to get a new swim bait reel this winter? Greg, the biggest one that I've used would be the BB1 Pro. Again, I think I said it holds 160 yards. I'm not sure what pound test that would be, but that's probably the biggest reel that I've used. Now, I do have a Komodo, Okuma Komodo. It's a bigger reel for swim baits and all that. I haven't used it yet, so I really can't tell you anything about it. As far as what I've used, the biggest reel would be the BB1 Pro. I'm not sure if that would hold enough line for you or not, but I do love that reel. If you guys haven't seen that review, head over to the channel, check it out. Peace out, man. Got to work hard. Appreciate you tuning in, man. PB was 5'11". That's cool. Not wrong with almost a 6-pounder, dude. Let's see. Greg says red is also the color the bass see the clearest. Blue is second. Their eyesight is very basic due to the rods and cones they make up their eye structure. The colors fade with depths. I heard blue. That's why I use a lot of blue. Blue and purple work really well for me. And that's why even if I get like a black blue worm, I usually like one with a blue tail, like a blue sapphire or something like that. Or even blue sapphire baits. I use those a lot. It's funny when we're talking with Biospawn about colors and all that. Blue sapphire is one of my go-to colors. And, I think they had said that just going by sales and all that, let's just say from Tackle Warehouse, that's one of like the least, I guess, best colors as far as sales go. Like a lot of people don't buy that color. That's one of my go-to colors. So I wish all companies would make all their baits and blue sapphire. BTA uses breakfast square bills, but they need a lot of tuning to get them to run right. Very disappointing. That sucks, dude. Yeah, the ones I have are like the 6-foot divers. I don't have any of the square bills. I caught my fair share of logs, branches, and weeds. Yeah, dude. Lots of tree bass here too, dude. Tree bass, rocks. What's up with the red hooks? Like we were saying earlier, and I guess apparently Tactical Bass said the same thing. I don't feel the red hook gets you any more bites. It just gives the fish something to target. So maybe last minute they're coming up to see that red hook. If you got it up front, you have a better chance of landing that fish if they get the front hook versus the back hook. That's why I would never put a red hook on the back. If I'm going to put one on there, it'll be on the front hook. So this gives them something to hone in on. I don't know, but red hooks doesn't work on me, just like black and blue. Black and blue might go-to color, man. What's going on, Dan? Late arrival. What's up, TJ? I've had success with red hooks in the front of my jerk baits and top water. Usually only bust them out of 3 hooks bait. Oh, on 3 hook baits. Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, I don't really start out with red hooks. But if I'm getting a lot of short strikes, if they're always on that back hook, then I'll switch over to a red hook to try and get them to hit that front hook. It is true that Watts has become a housewife and sold all his fishing gear. He might as well, dude. He might as well. Maybe he got out twice this year. But yeah, I think he usually has his apron on, cleaning the house, cooking dinner, things like that. I got a bluegill as my pet, but I have to release him back into the river because I didn't realize my tank was too small. Get a bigger tank, dude. Put him in the tub. See, how do you guys work the jerk baits? I usually jerk all the way. It depends. If water's warming up, you know, if we're going from spring or like early spring or winter into spring, I'll do a steady jerk. Or sometimes I've even done good to actually just steady reeling them kind of real slow, and they'll just have that nice wobble on the way in. But as the water's, as we're moving into colder weather, that's when I'll let it sit more. Jerk, jerk, pause, basically. Brian, hey TJ, do you have a good suggestion for a travel rod for a suitcase? I travel frequently and would like something I can tuck away for bank or pond fishing. Thanks, Brian. Brian, I've never bought a travel rod, so I really couldn't tell you, buddy. But if Wada Fishing is still on here, I thought he ordered the Akuma travel rod for his wedding. He thinks he's going to Mexico, so he's going to take a rod with him. So if he is on here, Mike, if you already ordered that rod, maybe you can shed a little light on the subject here. But again, I've never ordered one, never had one, so I really couldn't tell you anything, bud. What do you prefer in the fall, square bill cranks or lipless? Lipless, if I see, you know, shed out in open water, bass busting and all that, I like a lipless to be able to cover more water and further cast. Again, I think they're just better in open water. If I'm fishing the banks, around rock and all that, I go to square bill. If I'm like, if I'm in a cove, big cove, I'm just fan casting the cove in the center, again, looking for bass. If I see shad, again, that's when I'll go to the lipless. Square bill is basically when I'm just right on the bank. Dan, love the original BB1. I might have to shell out some money for the Pro after watching your review the other day. Dude, it's killer. I didn't use the original BB1, but the Pro, I love it. How long did you fish before getting a 5-pounder? It probably wasn't that long, because when I really got in heavy with bass fishing, I was fishing the ponds that you guys see me fish all the time. Those are family-owned ponds. It's for my wife's family. And those ponds really what got me hooked on bass fishing. And I know I probably caught a 5-pounder out of there pretty soon after I started fishing, because that top pond has some giants in it. You don't catch them as frequently now, but back then, dude, it was big fish all day long. And from the boat, I fished quite a few years before I had a boat. I don't know, on my boat, I don't know, it could have been, let's see, 2009. Maybe 4 or 5 years or so before I got one on my boat. But I'd say when I first started bass fishing, it wasn't too long afterwards when I caught a good 5-pound fish. Let's see here. No problem, hoodie. Great. Blue and violet color are visible. The deepest, proximity 18 foot. Red is the first color to fade at approximately 10 foot. At 25 foot, everything appears black to them. Okay. That's cool, dude. Appreciate the tip. BT, you can't beat black and blue. It's a great combo. Also, you are spot on about the red hooks. Very cool. If you ever decide to part ways with the Akuma Komodo, Greg, I will hit you up, dude, because I've been talking to Greg about it, seeing if he wanted it, just because I've had it for 2 years, 3 years maybe. It's still brand new in the box, and I've never put it on a rod. I got the rod for it. I probably never really get into those huge swim baits to where I'll need a reel that big. My thought is, you know, the BB1 Pro will really handle probably any swim bait that I'm going to toss, and I can still put it on my big swim bait rod. So yeah, if you're looking for that reel, I'll probably forget. Send me a message on Facebook and we'll talk. But yeah, it's brand new in the box, dude. There's a video floating around the internet that shows the effects water depth has on color. Okay, cool. I'll check that out. Bass Amateur went from never catching a fish on a jerkbait to it being my go-to bait. I will throw one until my arm about falls off. That's cool, dude. I tell you what, man, when you have confidence in the bait, dude, that's how it is. That's how I am with a square bill. I mean, you're going to see a few videos coming up for me, and it's square bill nonstop. I mean, if I'm getting bit on it, I don't want to change for anything else because I have so much confidence in it. I feel if I'm going to get a bite, it's going to be on square bill. That's cool, dude. Cast King has a great travel rod called the Black Hawk. Let's see. Have you tried? No, I've not tried Brendan Miller's Swimbaits. I've not. Well, very good and nice. Sometime check me. All right, dude. Got kicked out of the golf course ponds. I have been stuck fishing public places from shore now, which is tough. That does suck, dude. Yeah, the golf course ponds can be pretty good. What did you do before bass fishing? What did I do for bass fishing? What did I do for bass fishing? Tell you what, I was into car audio a lot. I had some pretty killer systems. One of my first cars was a Cavalier. I had that thing all decked out. I had 412s in the back of a Cavalier. And then from there, I bought a new Camaro, and I put them 412s in that Camaro. That Camaro, it hit hard. Couldn't keep my rearview mirror on, and that thing was it was beaten, dude. So yeah, before bass fishing, I was really into car audio. Very good and nice fishing. Sometime check me. Okay, where we at? Backyard bassing. What's your thoughts on schooling fish in the fall? Do you chase them or go with what you come from with? Well, Greg, I tell you what. If I'm in a cove and I see them not too far from me and I can cast to them, I'll play around with them. But I spent way too many times or too many days, on the water chasing schooling fish and never catching nothing. So I really don't go out of my way anymore when I see schoolers, but if they're, like I said, they're in casting distance, I will get on a lipless, something like that I can bomb out there and try and pick one off from my spot. But I kind of stopped chasing them around just because I end up wasting 2-3 hours screwing with them and I never catch nothing. So yeah, I kind of stopped doing that. The Tracker is a 2009. And it's very possible I'll be probably selling that boat maybe in November. I'm due for an upgrade. So you got 10 years on her. How is the lifting going? I know you said that you have gotten more into lifting this year. Yep, I've been doing that still 2-3 days a week. So I'll hit it hard here again in wintertime. It's hard to be consistent. I'm always getting 2 days in. I like to get 3 days in, but it's hard to be that consistent when I'm working full time, trying to keep this channel running and things like that. But when the fishing slows down, I'll definitely be back in the gym 3 days a week all the time. Probably more than that. I definitely got some bigger goals that I want to achieve this winter. But yeah, I'm definitely staying with it, and things are good for sure. The old hook and sinker, she's going there with me too. So teamwork, teamwork makes the dream work, right, babe? You still watching? Jacob, what's your biggest catfish that you ever pulled out of the water? I want to say 8 pounds. I know I got some pictures of that one on Facebook. I tell you what, it's funny. One day, it wasn't the same day that I caught that 8-pounder. I'm pretty sure I caught that on a tube, but it was funny. One day I went to the lake that I normally go to, and that was when I was really heavy into fishing soft plastics, tubes all the time. I hardly ever cranked, always throwing tubes. And it was funny. That day, I caught 2 6-pound catfish, 1 like 2-pound catfish, and no bass, all on tubes. Fishing for bass, no bass, 3 catfish. Okay, and I was playing golf yesterday. I spent more time watching the fish in the ponds. How much? I haven't really looked at numbers yet. I'm just kind of guessing probably around 9-ish. But again, I need to see what they're going for. That's kind of like my first thought. But we'll have to see. I mean, it'll come with everything on there, power pole, electronics, everything I've added to it, it'll come with. But 9 is probably what I'm thinking. But again, they may be going for much less than that. So I have to see what they're going for, and then I'll come up with a solid price. But kind of off the top of my head right now, I'm going to say around 9. Time to run, rods up, tight lines, everyone. See you next week. All right, Greg. Black and blue works so well because it is a color crawdads turn when molting. That being said, I never have luck with black and blue. My best colors are purple, brown, and morning dawn. Yeah, I fish, you guys know, I fish mud holes, so darker colors, black, black and blue, black neon, they work really well for me. Guys, we'll go over the giveaway one more time here. We got Biocross, Exo Sticks, 2 packs of the plasma tails here. We got rapid line guides, line clips. We got a jerkbait, and we got a bait sack. So if you guys donate, you're entered in that little giveaway. A couple days ago, I fished for an hour and a half, and the only 2 fish I caught were within a 2-yard radius of each other and an hour apart. What do you think that shows? You know, I've been saying for years, you know, the lakes that I fish, I always say they suck. You know, I mean, I think they do. They really suck. I mean, you talk about, or you hear about guys going and catching, you know, 20, 30 fish on these lakes. You know, of course, they're going to better lakes. You know, I catch 3, 4 fish on lakes that I fish. Like I was just talking to my buddy the other day. That's a terrible day of bass fishing, but it's great, really, for the lakes that we're fishing. But I feel that, you know, I fish muddy water. Visibility is very low. This lake is beat up pretty bad. I mean, on the weekends, it's slammed. There's tournaments through the week. It's a small lake. It's like 550 acres. Muddy water. The fish are going to stay shallow. Majority of the guys are going to fish the visible cover. So the areas get beat up a lot. So I just feel that the fish are conditioned to the vibration, you know, the noise, everything that the baits put off. I just feel that the fish have heard and seen that so much that they don't react to it as much anymore. So I feel like every day I'm just passing up a ton of fish. I know they're there. But again, I just feel that they're conditioned to the noise or the vibration, whatever it may be. So, in your situation, I mean, there could have been more fish there. You know, you just hit them on the head, or you aggravate them enough to where they bit. But again, if you're fishing that off-colored water, you know, those fish are going to be shallow. But again, I just think they're getting used to everything that they're seeing daily if it's a pressure body of water like the ones I'm fishing. That's kind of my thought on it. Does work slow down a lot in the winter? No, not really. I mean, if I get froze out, you know, we can wash in about 35 degrees as long as there's no wind. And really, I mean, we used to actually wash in colder than that. I mean, you can dress for it. It's not that big a deal. But we have to reclaim some of the water for the EPA and all that. So if the water's going to freeze on the ground, we can't reclaim it, so we can't wash. But it really doesn't slow down unless we get froze out. But we kind of swap our days around. We usually get all our work in throughout the week, just different days. So, but I mean, trucks are dirtier in the wintertime with all the salt and the snow and all that. So it really never slows down. Sean, am I going to stick with the tracker? I'd really like to. And I'm 50-50 on it right now. I want to take some measurements on the new tracker. I love the setup. I love the layout. But when I first looked at the new ones, just looking at it, it almost looks smaller than the one I have now. So before I pull the trigger on it, I definitely want to get in it again, try and put some rods in the rod compartments and all that. I would definitely have to take out the dividers in the rod lockers, just because the way they have it set up, you won't be able to fit that many rods in them. But again, I love the setup. I wish, like I said, but the lake that I always fish, I have to have a 50 horse on there, and I'd love to step it up to like the 190, 195, but there's no way a 50 is going to push that boat. So I'm kind of on the edge with wanting to get. I'm looking at that one. I'm looking at a Triton. I'm also looking at a Stinger 188 from Lowe. But again, the Triton, the Stinger, I don't know if I can put I don't know if I can put a 50 on those. So I may just end up sticking with the Tracker. Tracker's been a great boat for 10 years. No issues at all. Again, I love the layout. I'm sure, once I get back in the boat, the new boat, and really check it out again and look at all the storage that it has, I'm sure I can make it work. The only thing, though, like if you get the tournament edition, it does come with a 24-volt system, which this time around I would get that anyways. But in the back there is no room at all for pumps. So I'd either have to step it up to Talons, which, I really like the poles. But if I got Talons, then, I could have my anchors because, again, there's no room for those pumps. And I wouldn't want to put pumps in any storage compartments and lose storage. So that's something else I need to think about. Do I want to go Talons? If I want to go power poles, again, there's just no way I see them fitting in the 175. So I don't know. I got a lot of things to think about before I pull the trigger. But most likely I'm going to say I'm going to end up with another tracker, but you just never know. Do you like fishing for non-game fish? I'm not super excited by it, honestly. Non-game. I mainly just fish for bass. I always wanted to like crappie fish and panfish and things like that to have some dinner and all that. But like as soon as I get to the lake, I just want to bass fish. So bass fishing is pretty much all I do. BT, years ago, there was a color selector. I remember that, dude. Jimmy Houston, probably Roland Martin too, used to promote that all the time. And it would tell you what color to use based on water clarity. They also made the pH meter that, yep. Yeah, I remember seeing that, dude. I remember watching Jimmy Houston and, like I said, I think it was Roland Martin unwinding that thing and dropping it down and all that. Yeah, they promoted it a lot. 2009 trackers are going for about $1,200. I'll give you. Oh, wow, dude. I appreciate that, man. I have to say you're wrong, though. Jake, have you ever thrown big spoons, deep water? No, sir, dude. Definitely not 25, 30 feet. My lake's the one I fish the most, only 26 foot. But the water clarity being like 0, there's no fish down there that deep. So, no, I don't have any use at all for deep spoons. Do you have any lures that are your arch nemesis? I finally conquered mine the other day. I'm not going to say I really have any like that. I would like to get better with a jerkbait. We were talking about jerkbaits earlier. I don't throw them a lot just because I feel it's more of a visual bait and fish in muddier water. Again, I just don't have a ton of confidence in them. That's a bait that I would like to get really good with. Again, I just don't feel I have the right watercolor for it. If the fish are conditioned to the sound of the baits, will switching to something silent like a silent crankbait get more bites where the regular railing baits couldn't? Justin, it could. That's kind of the theory behind it. But if you know a fish is there, I don't care if it's got rattles in it or it's silent, whatever it is. If you throw it enough, eventually you're going to aggravate him enough where he's going to hit it. So, I got a video. I don't know if you'd be able to find it. I think it's called Why I Use Mustad Hooks or something like that. And I caught a 5-pounder on the Bomber Square A, little size 6 hooks. Caught it. I think it was could have been the red crawl. One little hook in the tail. And that's really before I really did any editing on the videos as far as cutting anything out. So you see all the casts that I keep making to this one spot. And again, I didn't know a fish was there, but in my mind, off that point there, I figured there had to be one there. So I just kept casting and casting and casting. And I'm assuming she got aggravated enough where she tail slapped it. And I ended up catching her in the tail, drug her in. Of course, you guys see the fish in the video. But again, if you aggravate them enough, I feel no matter what, they're going to hit, whether it has rattles or not. I sure I text you next weekend before we go, and I'll let you know what to bring. Don't need Aaron and Mike knowing anything. All right, dude. Yeah, but I was going to text you anyways about that. Our ponds and lakes are just as bad. If it wasn't for the Chesapeake Bay, our fishing, yeah, yeah, dude. Fishing is not great on these lakes that I'm fishing. Got a 2020 if you want to fish from 50 pushes 33. All right, Sean, that's cool, dude. Yeah, my tracker now, I got up to 35 when I propped it with a 4-blade 13 pitch. But so you like the 2020? Let me ask you something. Did the 2020, did it change any from the 19? Because I think the one I looked at down in Branson was the 19. Get me a Phoenix. Dude, if I fish bigger water, dude, where I can put a glass boat on there, I would definitely get a Phoenix for sure. Do you like beaver style bait? Of course. Great pitch and flipping type bait. Estimate a total number of fish you have caught. Like, for how long? Like, since I've been bass fishing? Or like this year? I just got home from the lake. What have I missed? We're just talking, dude. Nothing serious, man. Just BSing. Have you fished with a new TCS handle? How does it feel in your hand? Curious to know. To be honest, it doesn't feel any different to me. The one rod that I showed in that video is a little bit longer, so I am noticing that it actually is rubbing my side when I swap hands and things like that. Other than that, as far as how it feels in hand, it really doesn't feel any different. You notice that the carbon fiber, or wherever it is, that runs over the front of the reel seat. Some guy said something about, it even could have been you. Somebody said something in the video about, would you feel that? But the reel is on top of it, so you're really not even feeling that. So really doesn't feel any different to me than the old series. Again, the only thing that I've noticed is different is that little bit longer handle, which I do like a shorter handle. So other than that, they feel great, dude. I love them. Like I said, better guides, better components, and all that. I love the new graphics on there as well. So definitely loving the TCS rods. I mean, that is the series that turned me on to the Akuma brand. So. Tells our age, though, huh? Junkie, take a look at the G3 boats. Lowe's makes a great tin boat. You have a lot of choices. Yep. My main thing is when I find a boat that I might like when you're looking online, you look at boats and all that, they got them with storage, with the storage compartments closed, and then with them open. And I'll find a setup that I like, and then I'll look at it with it open, and then there's a live well in front. I keep running into that problem. Or, they only have the rod box on the one side, but it's pushed back. So I'm kind of picky with how the layout is. It's because, my tracker it's got a lot of storage, to be honest. The two side compartments are pretty big. I can put a ton of tackle in there. And since I don't put rods in the rod box, that center compartment is very big as well. If you look at just my storage compartments, they're probably bigger than majority of the trackers that were made. So I want to make sure when I go with the next boat that I'm not getting any less storage and I get a good rod box. Because that was the one downfall of this boat is the rod storage. You can still fit rods in there even though I recessed the pedal, but that deck should have been recessed down in front so you can get the rods in there much easier. That was really the one downfall of this year tracker here. I think they did that for a few years, and then they went ahead and dropped the lid down so you can get the rods in there easier. But I just want to make sure I got plenty of storage and the rod box is set up good. I'm thinking I definitely want a boat too where the rod boxes are on the sides and the main tackle is in the center. That's how the tracker is set up. So I know the low is set up the opposite way. The rod storage is in the center, which it was on the side, but it does have a lot of storage in that boat as well. So yeah, I'm not gonna jump the gun on it. And if I really don't settle on one this year, then I'll keep the tracker for another year. I mean, obviously it's a great boat, no problem fishing on it at all. I just want to make sure the next boat that I get is exactly what I want. Silent square bills are not really yeah, you still hear all the hooks and all that rattling around. Yep. Ever consider trading for a pretty new used boat? The first year depreciation is big. Maybe someone decided they needed bigger. Hard to find though. Yeah, I imagine it would be hard to find. What rod for a jerkbait? I use a couple of different ones. I use an actual jerkbait rod, which is basically they got a, what's it called? I think it's a 6/8. It could be a medium power mod fast action in the EVX lineup, or really my go-to one though is going to be in the TCS lineup. It's a 6/9. It's an all-purpose rod. I believe it's a medium heavy, but it's got a mod fast action to it. So, and it's not as soft. The APC is not as soft as a cranking rod, but it's a great rod though for jerkbaits and for poppers and things like that. So, if you're looking for a softer rod, that's when I would go to the EVX. It's more of a moderate, much slower than the APC. Or actually, if you want the cranking rod in the TCS lineup, I believe they make a 6/6 in that as well. Flex I fish are heavily pressured and tiny. The one that I fish the most is super clear. Any tips for fall transition in Savannah? I had a lot of fresh water. Clear water, dude? I have no idea. If anybody else fishes clear water, help out Ed. You guys know I fish the mud holes. Bass caught this year. I don't know, dude. Let's see here. Last week I probably caught about 3 days. I probably caught maybe 8. Then I probably caught another dozen and just a few. Let's just say last week I maybe caught 20, 25 bass. So I've been fishing pretty steady since March, April, May, June, July, August, September, 7 months. I'm just gonna add maybe a couple hundred fish, something like that. You know, maybe catch 25 or so a week. So I would say, yeah, probably, I don't know, give or take a couple hundred. Yeah, I like the looks of the Vexus boats too, dude. Same as 2020, you have a 2-stroke, have a 4-stroke, and get 34, but over trimmed to get that. Gotcha. So no storage options have changed. Nothing's changed on it. Have you checked out that Lund Bass Pro V? Badass Tim Bow, put the price up there. No, I've checked that one out, dude. I'll have to look into that one too. Again, I ain't gonna jump the gun on this. I want to make sure I get the right boat there. Do you think the different sounds of rattles and baits mattered, like Bomber Square A? Dude, I don't really know if it matters or not, to be totally honest with you. What I do know is, like, let's see here. Let me find one. That one's silent. What's this one got? It's a 1-knocker. Trying to find one with, these probably all, though, are 1-knockers. What's this one? I don't know. You guys know what the rattles sound like. You know, here's probably one right here. Here we go. What's this one got? There's the BBs. But I just do better with the knocker. It's in like the KVDs, you'll hear that? Or the bombers. So again, I don't know if one will outfish the other or whatever, but just me, my experience, I've always done better with a 1-knocker versus all the BBs. Which Kuma rod would you recommend most for topwaters walking baits? Probably that Martin APC 6/9 is probably what I use probably the most. Again, if you want something just a little bit softer, I mean, that's got a softer action to it, but it's not as soft as a cranking rod. But you can go to the EVX. I believe they have a 6/8 that has a full moderate action to it. The cranking rods and jerkbait rods in the TCS lineup, those are moderate fast as well, a little bit softer. But again, I probably use the Martin APC probably the most. Again, it's a 6/9 medium heavy, and it's got a moderate fast action to it. McGrath, appreciate $2, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Doing this full time, vids, professionally edited. Awesome, dude. Keep on rolling, brother. Oh no, storage under the seats. Oh, dude, that does suck. You know what? I think I actually seen that pictures too. I think underneath the center seat they have the charger, but that's maybe think right away. Well, if the charger's here, that means there's no room in the back. That means there ain't no room for power poles. So that had me worried a little bit there. But and I did notice too when they showed that picture, they didn't have the driver and the passenger seat lifted up. So I just figured, yeah, there's no storage under there, which does suck because underneath my seats now, I have it loaded up. So no storage under the seats. That could be a deal breaker, dude. Glad you're back, Jacob. We weren't aware that you were gone, bud. Had a G3 since 2001. Still love it. Not one leak. Hit hundreds of stumps at low speeds. No dents. Cool, dude. I'll check that one out. Good night, Junkie. Thank you for your time. Until next time. Catch them up. All right, BT. Appreciate it, buddy. Get some sleep, man. Biggest bass you ever caught. Some of you guys can verify this. I got a video. A weight is only like maybe 6'4", I think it was, on the scale, which I have on video. But I do have a video releasing and pictures of my PB. I did not have a scale with me, but I think anyone watching that video can say she's a 7-pounder all day long. But that would be my biggest bass that I've ever caught. Becca, if you want to link that video down below, you can. I don't remember the name of it. I don't know what we titled that video, but favorite jig rod from Akuma, hands down, it would have to be the 7-foot. It's a heavy power, mod fast action, and it's labeled jig worm. I love it for Texas rigs. I love it for jigs. That's my go-to rod for swim jigs and frogs as well. The old Bass Amateur says clear water, want to match the hatch after colors. All right, if you guys sub to McGrath Fishing, let him know he'll sub back. He appreciates the love. So you got to go get a backyard blaster shirt. They are the best. Backyard blaster? No, I don't follow football. Ed, appreciate $10, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. We'll go over the giveaway one more time before we get off here. We got Velcros. We got the Exo sticks. 2 packs of plasma tails. We got jerkbait. We got line guides and line clips from Rapid, as well as a bait sack. So we won't go over that anymore. That is the giveaway. You guys donate. You're entered in the giveaway. Guys, we got 80 people on here, 76 thumbs up. If we could bump that up a little bit, that'd be great. Wasn't on last week, and I'm just getting on today. Busy. Dude, you slacker. How about catching all the big fat faces down there in Florida, though? And a Tackle Junkie shirt, you are the best, too. Yeah, dude, I stopped selling the shirts. I'm not sure I'll bring them out. What I might do is ask people if they want one around Christmas time, and maybe I'll do an order. But I want to make sure. Probably what I'll do is it's going to have to be 25 shirt minimum. Again, just because when I sold them before, it cost me money to sell those. So what we'll do is I'll just try to take orders, have you guys pay ahead of time, 25 shirts or more. I'll go ahead and make the order, and then we'll do it that way. But I probably won't put them up on the site or anything like that. I'll just get your guys' order what I need. You guys already paid for them. I ship them out. We're done. So maybe we'll do that just one time during like the holidays. The only clear water in East Central Illinois are gravel, borrow, pits, and swimming pools. And swimming pools, yeah. RJ, appreciate $2, buddy. You're into the giveaway. What soft plastic brand would you recommend? I mean, I pretty much use everything. It really depends on what you're looking for, scent, and things like that. I mean, if you're looking for one brand that has like everything, you'd have to go with like probably Berkeley or Strike King, just because they have, you know, a huge variety. But somebody like Biospawn, that it's a newer company, they don't have everything out available yet. But I'd say if you're looking for one brand to buy all your stuff, I'd go with one of those two. BT, I hear, hope TJ don't mind us old cats listening in on his chats. We try to collect lures from our dad and grandpa's days, and they would probably think the lures we used when we started are antiques. No, dude, Dennis, not all, buddy. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Love to hear from you, man. Young or Gary Yamamoto is what you would recommend, Jacob? Yeah, somebody just starting out, though. I'm not really sure I'd recommend Yamamoto. It's pretty expensive. Young's pretty good, though. They got a pretty good variety. What size Exo Swim did you pair with a Z-Man Swim Jig? That was a 3.25. That was a 1/4 ounce Swim Jig as well. 3.25. McGrath, appreciate $2, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. 2 videos a week, fishing, filming full time. All right, dude. Stay at it, man. Russ, I already have that Martin APC 6.9, so I could try that for the top waters. I only issue is I am always using it for spinnerbaits. It is an awesome spinnerbait rod, dude. Let me give you 1 second. I want to see where it's at before I get up out of here. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. Could be this one. I don't know where it's at. I thought it was right here. I want to leave you guys hanging. Pretty sure it's a 6.8. I don't know where it's at. Anyways, it's an EVX rod. I believe it's a 6.8. The medium heavy, it's rated spinnerbaits. So it's a little bit stiffer than the, I think there's a medium power. I believe that one is rated for jerkbait to top water. So if you want something a little bit softer than the APC, I would get the 6.8 medium power EVX. That would be a good one for top waters and jerkbaits, things like that. Again, if you get the medium heavy, that one's rated for spinnerbaits, a little bit stiffer rod there. I thought it was back here. It might be on the boat. I really don't know where it's at now. That's where the bass hit lures that rattles and knocking sounds. Doesn't really imitate anything. Do you have social media? Like Facebook and Instagram? Yeah, I do. Check me out, TackleJunk81. You follow the tours? I used to, dude. I never missed a freaking episode when Van Dam and all the big guns were on bass. But ever since they switched over to MLF, I keep track of it on like Facebook and all that, but I really don't watch it anymore. All right, Dennis, good night, buddy. See you next week, man. Bass sandwich, you got yourself, sweet shirt, huh? Sloan Factor, what's going on, dude? Nice to see you, man. You want one, Jacob? Hook and sinker, put me down for a large, long sleeve shirt. Extra large. Hey, guys, like I said, maybe around November, December, before Christmas time, I'll go ahead and put out a post, or maybe we'll just do a live stream, and we'll talk about it, see what you guys want, and then I'll just put in one order. It'll be a one-time deal only. Then we'll do shirts, and we'll go from there. What's going on, Nick? No problem, buddy. Are you and Fluke still friends? Fluke Master? Oh, yeah. We don't really talk that much anymore, but yeah, I'm assuming we're still friends, He's a good dude. I'm looking forward to fishing with him again if he ever comes down this way again, which I'm sure he will. I think usually when he hits Minnesota is when he swings by here, so he's been by here a few times already. Oh, Doug loves the Akuma Martin APC. Yeah, the 6.9, man, it's a killer spinnerbait rod. Again, I use it for top water jerkbaits. The 7-footer is an awesome chatterbait rod as well, though. Ed wants a... Chris Plummer, what are you doing, dude? Send me messages. Ed Wolf wants a double X long sleeve. Hey, guys, like I said, it's cool that you guys are interested in the shirts. I wish it would have worked out last time when we did it. And, all right, dude, I'll check out that boat here after the stream, bud. And I wish it would have worked out when we first did the shirts. But it is what it is, no problem at all. And like I said, maybe we'll just do a one-time deal for the holidays. So, I would like to get some hoods made, to be honest. How are the talks vids coming along with Debo and Geek? I haven't talked to the guys. I thought Hank said it would be out at the end of this month, so hopefully it's out next week. I thought he said Debo was working on his clip. Hank's already got my clip, so I need to come up with an idea. I tell you what, let me ask you guys this. We got 70-some people on here. What video would you like to see on my channel of myself, Debo, and Bass Geek? Like, what type of tip video can we put together for you guys? For Hank, it's going to be, fall baits. So I made a video of my fall bait and how I fish it. Hank's doing the same. Debo's doing the same. That video will be on Hank's channel. Now I need an idea for my channel to where I can come up with a clip. Those guys can come up with a clip, and we'll put the video together on here. Same with Debo's channel. So let me know what you guys would like to see from the three of us. Got 68 bass last night, including a 6 largemouth over 5 pounds and 1 smallie. Dude, that's awesome, man. 68 bass. That would take me like a month. That is awesome, dude. And 1 smallie at 7.4. Dude, are you lying to me, man? That's awesome, dude. 68 bass and a 7-pound smallie. Awesome. Unused Bonafire for shirts. No cost to you and easy to use. They drop, ship, everything. All right, I'll check that out. How to catch rocks like what's. Heavy News Z-Man CFL. Should I know what that means? Z-Man's CFL Chatterbait. I'm not sure what that is. Flukes and how to fish them. My hands are still. I'd imagine, dude, 60-something fish. I bet you got bass palm, dude. No, I doubt he's lying. And I doubt he's going to tell you where he's fishing either. Have you tried those Thunder Crickets yet? I haven't tried them yet. I picked up a couple. I have not tried them yet. I was trying to give the jackhammer a good run. I still haven't caught anything on it yet, to be honest, which that really don't mean nothing. I know that bait catches fish. But again, I got a video coming out Tuesday talking about it. It's kind of what we went over one of my last streams talking about it. That video was made right around the same time. I'm getting the video out a little late. But again, still haven't caught any fish on it. Fished a few more times since that video that you're going to see on Tuesday. But again, and I was talking to Sean about this earlier. I guess I'm just used to the Picasso shock blade and the tungsten knocker, that the vibration from the jackhammer, for me, it's really no different. I was just expecting so much more from it. You're not saying it's a bad bait. It is. I didn't get what I thought I'd get out of it, So we'll see. Video idea: how technology has helped and hurt bass fishing. Okay. Maybe spinnerbaits in colder water if it ever cools off. Yeah. Black spinnerbait and bluegill squarebill are killing them. Black spinnerbait. Okay. Private shop, makes their own chatterbait. They are amazing. Only $3. That's a good deal, man. Well, guys, looks like we are caught up on comments. We don't have any ideas here for me, Hank, and Debo. I guess you guys don't want to see that video. I guess I'll call it off. Looks like we're caught up on comments here. We've been on an hour and 40 minutes, so I think we're going to get off here in just a couple minutes. Let's see here. And so the top order live target, bait, or bat. What did I say? Bat, any shot in hell of that working. Got one in a box. I don't know, dude. I think I've seen it in pictures, but I'm not sure, dude. I'd like to see somebody catch something on it, though. Friday was really cold down in 50s yesterday. It was shorts and t-shirts weather all day. Yeah, it was pretty hot the other day. Now we got rain right now. Rain all tonight. I think it's going to be in the 80s tomorrow. I think it was either October 1st or the 3rd. I thought I seen 90 degrees. And then it's back in low 80s after that. Maybe you guys can do a tip video about comparing shoreline fishing tips. Not bad. Lipless first. Build. Shock blade is the best bladed swim jig on the market, hands down. Yeah, dude, it really is tough to beat that one. And like I said, that's kind of what my thought is, that a lot of guys haven't fished with the Shockwave or the tungsten knocker, and then they use the jackhammer, and they're just comparing the jackhammer to other ones that they've used, and maybe they don't have the vibration that the Picassos have. That's why for me, the jackhammer really is like, to me, it's like no big deal. What line do I use for chatterbaits? Usually 12 to 15 pound fluorocarbon, because I'm using a softer rod, so I like the line with less stretch. No, I've not tried the new Spiderbait. Can you do a tear apart and cleaning of the Tatula? I need to do. I think maybe it was you that asked me to do that last year. I never got around to it. I need to do that. If I can get time, I'm not going to promise it, because I keep promising I'm going to do that. I never get time to do it, because that is a long process, man. The way I do it, I mean, it takes me a day to get all that done, filming it and everything, setting things up. And so if I do have the time, I will get that done. I'm not going to promise you, but hopefully I can do that for you. You guys are full of ideas. Keep them coming. I'll try. We have bats. I've never seen one swimming. What's my Instagram? My Instagram and Facebook is just TackleJunkie81. No, I've not tried the lunker hunt. I have not. No, I've never done a wacky rig fluke. Yeah, you do a full reel tear down would be cool. Try the new Shimano SLX. I have not tried the SLX DC. I have the SLX, not the DC though. So I mean, and I wouldn't mind picking that one up, but I guess the Corrado DC just kind of turned me off a little bit. I mean, it's a killer reel, no doubt. And in Backyard Bassin, he just reviewed that reel himself, and it performs awesome. Just for me, it's not that comfortable. So I mean, if I'm gonna be fishing with something all day, I want it to feel good in hand. And when I've done real reviews in the past, it's kind of one of the first things that I tell you guys. I'm looking for a nice looking reel, and it's got to fit and feel good in my hand. And the DC just does not. It's a wider reel. It's kind of awkward feeling. It's just not all that comfortable. It performs awesome. It casts really, really far. The braking system easy to use and all that. Smooth reel. You can tell it's built well. It just is not that comfortable to reel. Sorry, just tuning in. You guys start over in the beginning. Dude, you got an hour and 40-minute video to watch when you get off here. What do you think about Lou's Mock Crush? I haven't used that one, Victor. Enrique, you're late, dude. I may buy the SLX. Yeah, I like that one, man. The SLX is pretty killer. Best bait caster for small hands. I tell you what, I've been using the Tatula 100, and the Tatulas, when they first came out, they were a big reel. And I would say for sure, the Tatula 100 is probably the most comfortable Tatula that I've ever held. I mean, it's really, really comfortable. And I mean, the grips and everything on it, I mean, it really is it's really compact. It's not that big. It really is a comfortable reel. I would say that one. I mean, the Akumas, that's one of the things that I brag about in my reviews, how small that reel is in size and the power that it has. I mean, the Akuma reels are really small, compact reels, ton of power. So that's kind of where I put those at. But I look at those, the TCS or the SX. The TCS actually feels a little bit smaller in hand to me versus the SX. Again, I'll check out that Tatula 100. What else I got in here that's small? The SLX, I mean, that's $100. I mean, that one's pretty comfortable in hand as well. Pro Qualifier, I can never not say that one. That one is awesome. I second shoreline fishing tips. Straight low 90s here for the next few weeks. Okay. I was fishing, just got back. How'd you do, man? Best drop shot hook. I don't drop shot a ton. I've been using, I say that like I've been doing it a lot. I don't use them a lot, but when I do drop shot, I use the, what's it even called? The Titan X hook from Mustad. I just kind of got that hook for really all of my finesse type stuff. It's great for wacky rigging. It's great for Nico rigging. I use it for drop shot. Since I don't finesse fish a lot, I didn't want to come with like, have like 20 different hooks for all the stuff that I hardly ever do. So that hook really does everything that I need to do for finesse type fishing. So the tight necks, I got them in like 3 or 4 different sizes. That's pretty much what I use for all my finesse type stuff. Concept C does. It fits good in hand too. Loose Tournament Pro. Definitely loose, pretty small. Loose FLS is a nice reel palm, very nice, small reel. Tell you what, real nice small palms are not. You should get the Pro TI, man. If you got an extra 350, that reel, it feels fantastic in hand, really small. I love that one. I'll be doing a review on that one here really soon. I never had a code for Picasso, buddy. So, sorry, man. Just wait for Tackle Warehouse to run like a 20% sale and pick them up there. Good rain gear and tips on tackle organization. That could be something we could all do. Maybe that could be something, I'm a tackle channel here, so maybe some type of organization, how I do it, then how Hank does it, how Debo does it, maybe for like pond hopping. That could be pretty good. What I use for drop shot weight, I use what they call the Picasso tungsten weights, but I use the bell weights and the cylinder weights. If I'm running any type of vegetation, I like the cylinder. If I'm dragging, I'll use the bell weight. But again, I'm not a big drop shot at all. I got your 8-inch jelly worm. All right, guys. I think my throat's about done here. What's your rain gear that you use? I use the 100-mile-per-hour gear for my heavier gear for like wintertime. When it's warmer out, I use the pilot suit from Gill. Yeah, Doug, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, dude. I'm about talked out. Get off here and go get another water. You guys are awesome. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. And keep a lookout if you guys did donate when the video is published. Look in the comments to see who won. And we'll have a video out Tuesday and Thursday this week. And we'll see you guys next Sunday as well. You guys are awesome. Again, thanks for tuning in to Sunday Night Live. See you guys.